FM Zimbabwe, good morning to you. This is the final hour of The Connection and we get to shut it down exactly at 12 o'clock. Thank you so much for coming through, for choosing us. We definitely get to put a smile on your face with the good music. And I want to say thank you to Fungai for giving us the news. He's back again at the top of the hour. How are you doing this morning? Are you ready for Doctor on Call? Remember, each and every Thursday, the last Thursday of the month, we actually get to invite Doc, come through for a whole hour because we've got lots and lots of questions. And we just want to let you know that this week we're going to be focusing on basically you losing weight and you gaining weight. There are people who I envy so much who actually want to gain weight. And of course, there are those like us who actually want to get to lose weight. So we'll be talking to Doc about these issues. But before we get into it, got this message for you and we'll get straight into it right after this one.
Dip into a world of unparalleled opportunity where your business can experience connections unlike never before. Where the aspirations of 2022 become reality as you leave your mark for posterity. Exhibit at the 112th edition of the Zimbabwe Agricultural Show, taking place from 29 August to 3 September 2022, running under the theme Unequaled Business Opportunities, Accessibility, Accountability, Abundance. Contact the Zimbabwe Agricultural Society on Harare number 0242 780-963-6 or email exhibition@zas.co.zw. Create value at the Zimbabwe Agricultural Show today.
14 minutes past 11 o'clock. Let's get into it. Want to say good morning to you, Doc. How are you?
Good morning, Miss Rach. I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I mean, you're just wearing a simple jacket that doesn't even look that warm. Is it hot outside for some reason?
No, it's actually cold. It's actually cold. You know, a gentleman has no weather. I'm strong.
I'm not really getting All right, so we have Dr. Joe, who's our resident doctor right here on Power FM Zimbabwe, and we're always excited to actually have him with us. Remember, you can also go through to our Facebook page at Power FM Zimbabwe as we are live streaming, and we're so happy to have Doc here because we want to talk about, these things. It's very important for us to talk about them. Yesterday, I told you, Doctor, I'm going to the gym.
Yeah.
I mean, my progress is it's okay now.
Yeah, I can see some improvement.
You can see some improvement, right? Thank you, Doc. Thank you. So I was looking at this lady and I was like, oh my goodness me, how did you lose all that? She looked nice and she goes, I would actually have to starve myself. I'm like, I'm not about to starve myself to lose weight. But a lot of people have issues when it comes to losing weight. A lot of people have issues when it comes to gaining weight. Let's start off with gaining weight because I think, it's not as complex as losing weight. We'll start off with, gaining weight. Yeah. For those who, are not the size that they want to be, maybe they want to gain a bit more flesh, but it doesn't seem to happen for them. Is it because of their metabolism? I mean, you always hear the word metabolism, and your metabolism is the one that gets to contribute to your weight gain or weight loss. So is it because they've got high metabolism?
Okay, I always get that question. Metabolism simply means when you take something in, then you degrade it, and then you throw it away. That's metabolism. That's how you metabolize stuff. Uh-huh. So there are certain individuals that are said to have a high metabolism. They break down stuff faster and throw it away quickly. They don't retain most of what they eat.
Yes,
there are people like that, but you can overcome that, or it's not a big problem. If you really want to gain weight, it's an easy thing to do, like you said.
Really?
Yeah, gaining weight is so easy. It's not a big goal to.
So how come the slenders struggle with gaining weight?
I think I don't know, but people have got these issues. The slenders want to be thick. The thick ones want to be slenders. I don't know what's the gold standard. I think we should just sit down and agree this is the gold standard so that everyone will just come into that range. Then that's it.
Okay, so go ahead.
So if you're slender and you want to gain weight, it's very easy. You need to eat a lot of proteins and a lot of fat. Those are the things that make you gain weight. Protein and fat, mainly. And then carbohydrates also help because carbohydrates eventually get turned to fats. But if you eat a lot of fat, a lot of cooking oil, when you eat the chicken, eat that skinny part. If it's pork, eat that fat part of pork. That way you gain weight. Make sure in your meal there are some proteins and some fats. If it's breakfast, eat maybe 2 eggs, add some baked beans or something like that. If it's lunch, make sure there is some beans, some milk, lacto, all those things. They help you gain weight because they've got plenty of fat and plenty of proteins. So make sure in one of your meals, there is some beans or some milk on top of your normal diet. The problem comes the time some people do not have a good appetite.
Yeah.
So we encourage you to eat something that you enjoy. And if the challenge might be maybe you like fruits more than these fatty foods, then you've got problems in gaining weight. But force yourself to eat more proteins, beans, meat, matemba. They help in gaining weight. So it's easy for someone to gain weight than for someone to lose weight.
So they're just eating wrong. That's what they're doing.
Exactly.
It's not about the amount that they eat. It's about what they're eating.
Yeah, I wouldn't say wrong. They're eating what is not what they want to eat.
They're eating wrong. Because you people presume if you eat lots of sadza, lots of rice, lots of pasta, lots of spaghetti, then you're going to gain weight. Like the more amount you eat when it comes to food, that means you're going to gain weight, well, which is obvious for some of us, but that's what they've been doing all along, and then they get to realize that they're still not gaining weight. It's
more fat and more protein, less, not more carbohydrates. Sadza, yes, you gain weight because eventually it might be turned to fats. But if you're someone who's hyperactive, if you eat sadza, it will just be turned to glucose and you just burn it when you're exercising or doing your daily chores. Unless if you lead a sedentary lifestyle, that's another thing. If you also want to gain weight, minimize exercising, walking a lot and doing a lot of chores. If you sit at home and you eat plenty of sadza, then the carbohydrates will be turned into fats.
Okay. Now, Doc, when it comes, I've heard that there are tablets that are on the market that actually help you gain weight. Are these safe to actually take?
Yeah, there are tablets in the streets that are not registered that people take to gain weight. I'm sure you've seen them even on Facebook. They are marketed and stuff like that. Those ones, you don't encourage them. They are not good for you. The best way for you to gain weight is to eat a lot. If you've got problems with appetite, the thing that we can give you is multivitamins. They boost your appetite, then you can eat more. But what we want to focus on is eating what is going to help you gain weight. So if you want to gain weight, more fat, your food should be more fried than boiled, a lot of cooking oil, deep frying your chicken and all that. That will help you gain weight. So if you want to gain weight, eat more fat and eat more proteins.
All right, that's fine. So the supplements that you talk about, the vitamins that you talked about,
yes.
Let's just take a look at that. If I take multivitamins, they actually help me in weight
gain. If you take multivitamins, they boost your appetite. When they boost your appetite, it means you're going to eat more. When you eat more, it means you're going to gain weight.
All right. So, guys, those who are trying to gain weight, I'm sure you've heard it for yourself from Doc. You are blessed to be able to eat things like fats that we cannot eat. A lot of meat. You're allowed to listen. Remember, Doc said eat small 2 pieces of small matchbox size meat. You guys can get away with eating a whole chicken. It's totally fine for you to do so. So you guys are actually blessed. So eat more fats. Eat more protein. You said get to add some milk every time on your every meal.
Some milk, some beans on the side. It helps. If you're having your sadza with the beef stew, maybe put a bit of beans on the side or put some lacto on the side.
Okay.
Then that way you gain weight.
All right, that's fine. So you guys are sorted. Musanye udya sadza too much. Musanye ku exercise rarai, it's okay, and eat and also take multivitamins. It's as simple as that. I think that's the blessing about those who want to gain weight. Like, you don't have to go through much. But for us now who are trying to lose weight, Doc, there's a lot that actually goes on. We hear about different type of diets that are actually there, and these diets get to tell you what you should be doing in order to lose weight. Sometimes it may work, sometimes it may not work. Some people even get to the extent of starving, and sometimes when you actually do diet, it's very difficult for you to stick to that particular diet because, of course, we want to eat whatever we want to eat. So let's talking about losing weight. How easy or difficult is it to lose weight?
I want to lie to you, losing weight is more difficult compared to gaining weight.
Okay.
It needs a lot of effort. You see, with gaining weight, you need to just sit at home and watch TV. But with losing weight, you also need to exercise. It's not just the food. If you don't eat, it means you're not adding more to what you already have. Say you're weighing 100 kgs, you want to come down to 80. If you're not eating a lot, it means you're maintaining 800. For you to come down to 80, now you need to put the extra work. You need to exercise. So that's how it's difficult. So with losing weight, it has to be diet and exercise. So when it comes to diet, the first thing to cut is fat. Because most of the extra weight that you have is fat. So you have to cut on fat. You need to cut on fat, no cooking oil.
This is a joke. Doc, we cook with cooking oil every day of our lives. How are you telling us to cut cooking
Just
oil?
boil the food.
No.
What?
No, have you ever indulged in a food that's just boiled? Nyamega boil this one.
Yes, I have.
And is it as tasty?
You know what?
Is it, Doc? Is it as tasty?
Okay. Taste is psychological. It's in your brain. You are trained and you're taught that salt is sour or it's a bad tasting, sugar is sweet. But if you're taught the other way around, you think otherwise. You get it? So you can train your brain and tell yourself that boiled foods are better than fried foods.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Carry on, Doc. We won't interrupt this time. We'll try not to. Mm-hmm.
So fat, you cut the cooking oil out. Most of your food, just boil it. The fat that comes from the meat, because the meat that you're boiling has got some fat. So it will produce some fat. That's the one that you're going to use for frying the meat. Then going on, when it's chicken, you remove the skin. When it's pork, also remove the skin. When you buy beef, make sure it's lean meat. Cut on eggs. They've got plenty of proteins and plenty of fats. Cut on beans. They've got plenty of fats. They'll make you gain weight. When it comes to meat, mainly it's good for you to eat fish. Fish doesn't have plenty of fat, so you won't gain weight when you're eating fish because you still need some proteins. So your fish will be good for you, and your kapenta, matemba is good for you.
You just eliminated everything that's nice from our menu. Clearly, that's what he's just done.
Nice is a definition that you gave yourself.
No, but let's be honest. Nice food that tastes great.
Doesn't fish taste great?
But you can't have fish every day. You can't boil chicken and expect it to taste nice. When you boil chicken, even when you're boiling chicken, it's got a funny smell that comes out that's, appalling. It's just not really great, right?
And you know where
then
the smell
imagine
comes from.
Eating that.
You know where the smell comes from?
Where does it come from?
The skin. So if you remove the skin, then the smell is gone.
Really?
Because we also don't want you to eat the skin, yeah.
Okay, carry on, Doc.
So your problem is solved.
Right. So, yeah.
So then when it comes to the quantities now, you also need to lower down the quantities. So it's the quality what you're eating, then the quantities. You lower down the quantities. If it's your breakfast, just 2 slices of bread, preferably with no margarine. Maybe you can put a bit of peanut butter to make it nicer. If you can put some vegetables, it can also help. So when you move on to during your breakfast, as well, cut on sugar. Maybe just 1 spoon in your cup, and a cup of tea is just good enough. Not more than that. 2 slices of bread. That's it. No eggs, no bacon, no polony. And for the milk now, encourage that you use fresh milk than powdered milk. It's got more fat compared to fresh milk. Fresh milk is better. And it's got less sugar. So when it comes to your lunch, make sure that it's a small portion of sards. If you're eating sards, which we don't encourage everything like sards. Lunch maybe just a bit of potatoes, and also maybe a bit of rice or pasta, whatever you prefer. Avoid sards during lunchtime. And then when you do that, it is with a small proportion. If it's rice, just a cup is enough.
When we're talking about cup measurements, you realize that the cup measurements that we know are different.
Okay.
There's the standard cup where we use it in the kitchen for baking and everything like that. Then there's the cup here no shansa kungrati kumai average cause it about
the small cup, like the one they use for baking. That's the standard cup that one you use. So if you use that one for your rice, then it's good enough. If you are having potatoes, make sure it's just 1 potato, maybe the size of a fist, and boil it. Then you do some mashed potatoes, no fries, because you don't want the cooking oil. And then your proteins, like you rightfully remember, I'm glad you remember that we said 2 pieces of beef, the size of a matchbox. That's the maximum. If it's chicken, it's 1 piece, remove the skin, and that's it. That way you lose weight. Then if you are someone who's given to appetite, most people complain that when I eat these small portions, I can't feel anything. I will still be hungry. What we say is you should drink a cup of water or a glass of water before you start eating.
Okay.
So if you drink a glass of water, it means the water is going to take up some space in your stomach. When you eat these small portions, then you're going to be full quicker than you normally get full weight. Then after that, also drink another cup of water or glass of water so that you are full for a longer period of time. That way, it's healthy for you. One, increasing water intake, which is also good for losing weight. By the way, we say you should take at least 2 liters of water. And if you want to lose weight, you can go even up to 3 liters.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good also to make sure that the water is warm, especially with the winter just with us now. So it's best for you to take warm water, and it's also be helpful to add a bit of lemon water. People say it helps to burn a bit of fat. Then it's good for your health as well. Yeah. So if you do that, and then when it comes to your supper, don't make it very heavy. Because supper is something that you're eating for you to just sleep. You're not going to be using the food. Most of the food that you eat during supper, you're not going to actively use it. The carbohydrates are going to be converted to fats at night because they're just sleeping. So when it's supper now, try and make it just vegetables and meat. Your proteins and your vegetables, no starch and no fats. If you do that and you exercise regularly, you're going to lose weight. When it comes to exercising now, you need to do at least, so for your meals, it has to be 3 meals. It's not healthy for you to say, I'm starving myself, I'm going to eat one huge meal at night, or during the breakfast, heavy breakfast, and then I won't eat anything else. No, it's not good. It's best for you to eat 3 small meals than for you to eat one big meal. So encourage that you eat 3 small meals, then drink at least 2 liters of water. That way you start losing weight, or at least you won't put up on any further weight. Then exercising now, this is very important. I hear people say, I need an HK, but I'm not losing weight. The reason being, you're not exercising. There is no way that if you exercise and diet and you won't lose weight, it's not possible. So exercising, we say you should do at least 30 minutes twice a week. That's the basic minimum if you're just maintaining a healthy body. But now if you want to lose weight, you need to go beyond that. 30 minutes twice a week, which means you have to do at least maybe 4 times a week, or better still, every day. Make it a routine. Every day in the morning, you do your 30 minutes, or in the evening, whichever time you prefer. 30 minutes every day. If you do 30 minutes of jogging, and you encourage anaerobic exercises, like things that help you lose weight and not muscle building, because they also make you gain weight. And also the supplements, the whey proteins and all those things. If you want to lose weight, you desist from those things. Yeah. You just exercise, nothing else. And the exercises that we want are cheap and easy. I always get questions with people say, I don't have money to join the gym and all those things. They are just lame excuses. If you really want to lose weight, you don't need a gym, you don't need anything else. It's good to go to the gym to get encouragement and inspiration from other people that you see in the gym. But if you don't have the money, I'm sure everyone has got some pair of sneakers or some trainers that you can just wear and jog around your neighborhood. Yeah, you can just walk up, wear your trainers, then you just jog for 30 minutes. If you jog for 30 minutes, you can do about 5 kilometers in 30 minutes, which is a lot. So every day you're doing 5 kilometers of jogging, I can assure you, you definitely lose weight.
Okay. I'm sorry, Doc. I would like you to leave because you're telling us... You're telling us that this is sounding impossible, Doctor. No offense, but it sounds very impossible.
Also.
You cannot tell me not to eat anything that does not have cooking oil. Listen, every day when I cook at home, whether you're cooking my veggie chayo, like even vegetables, you need to put cooking oil in it. You're telling me to eat, nyama, beef yango, a small size of a matchstick, and yet I really want to eat meat.
Of what benefit is it for you to eat the whole chicken?
What? Okay, let's talk. Okay, I don't eat a whole chicken. Maybe a quarter chicken.
Okay. Why don't you break the quarter chicken into one piece in the morning or in the afternoon and another one in the evening? then that's a quarter for the whole day, not per meal. For the whole day.
Okay, guys, do send your messages on our WhatsApp platform number 0712-831-172. If you want to ask about gaining weight or losing weight, as Doctor actually does help us, I do have a couple of questions. You talked about the diets that are actually out there, Doctor, and you said that sometimes these diets actually don't get to work. Doc, you even mentioned there's one particular diet that's very popular now, intermittent fasting, whereby you only eat once a day, and in the hours that you're actually eating, you can eat whatever you want. But you are discouraging us from doing that, whereby you eat lots of food at a particular time, and then you starve yourself throughout the rest of the day. What is so wrong about this type of dieting?
Okay, the problem with intermittent fasting is that when you eat plenty of food, right, your body can only utilize a certain amount of food at that particular time. Then when you go to sleep with all this extra food, it's going to be stored in areas where you don't want. That's why you develop the pot belly, the extra fat. That's why you don't want intermittent fasting. Just eat enough to utilize during the time that you're active.
What about if I eat enough for my period of eating in the intermittent fasting? Like I eat small portions in between those 4 hours.
But you can't eat more than once in 4 hours. That's my point. If you're going to eat a small meal once in those 4 hours, then you are good.
Then you can starve yourself for the rest, of the day.
which is almost impossible. You can't eat a small meal and go for the whole day without eating anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, what about the keto diet? You've heard about keto, okay? Basically, you're eating fats and protein, right? That's all you're just eating. Things that just fats and protein, so that you can actually get to lose weight in the long run.
But what makes you gain weight is the fat. If you're eating the fats, then you are counteractive. Yeah, you're being counterproductive. You're not helping yourself. You want to lose weight, you're burning fat, and you're eating fat again. So what benefit is it?
What about a vegan diet?
Vegan is for vegetables.
Yeah, vegetables,
that
no protein. Like you get protein in your vegetables and things like that, but it's just a vegan diet where no meat, no dairy products.
Yeah, if you want to lose weight, you can do strictly vegetables, but you also need a bit of proteins, because protein is essentially for muscle and also repairing tissues. You're losing skin every day and other cells, so the proteins are for that function in particular. So you need a bit of proteins.
And a low carb diet?
Yeah, low carbohydrates, it's quite good.
But I can eat lots of protein, right?
No, not lots. The normal portions of proteins and low carbohydrates.
I don't know. I feel demotivated right now. I don't know why.
I'm encouraging you.
I think it's the food aspect that we really have a problem with. As much as we want to stick to vegetables and things like that, vegetables can be quite expensive for us to be maintaining that type of a diet, for a very long time, especially throughout the month, if you really look at it. And also, the thing is that, as a staple food, sadza is our staple food. So you'll find that, even twice a day, people can actually get to eat sadza. And because that's their staple food. And then also it's the aspect of maintaining this particular diet throughout your life, which also makes it very difficult for us to do so, Doc.
It has to be a lifestyle.
Okay.
It has to be a lifestyle for you to maintain the weight, because once you start overeating, then you start gaining weight. And so they can eat it once a day. Yes, just a small portion, the maximum size of your fist. That's what we encourage the whole day. Just one meal with sadza, the other meals are with sadza. The origin of sadza or corn? It was initially made for cows in the Americas. It's not indigenous to Zimbabwe or to Africa. Yeah. It's exotic. It was brought here because of slavery and all those things. So it's not generally good for human consumption. To be honest.
498-652 and 498-654. Those are the calling lines. Our WhatsApp platform number 0712-831-172. Good morning to you, Doc. Please can you repeat the type of exercises you should actually get to do to lose weight? I would talk about aerobics, right? Those are good for weight loss.
Yes.
That comes there from flow.
Aerobics, rope skipping, jogging, cycling, swimming. That's what we encourage. If you want to play some sport, it's also good to play some sport. Boxing, all those things are good for you.
Yeah. Now, Doc, when it comes to weight loss, we want to lose weight in particular areas. We want to lose weight a little bit, by our waist area and our tummy. We want that nice flat tummy, tiny waist. And then African. Let it be African everywhere else. We want nice small arms and everything. But this area and the down area should be nice and thick. Is that an ideal body?
Okay. That's now more cosmetic than medical.
I'm just saying.
Well, what us as doctors are focused on is for you to be within the range of your BMI, body mass index. It should be between 20 and 25. Whether you've got bigger arms or bigger other areas, it's up to you and how you do it. But we want you to be within the weight range. Yes, for your cosmetic reasons, for your appearance, it will be good for you to maintain certain areas. And there are certain exercises that can also help with things like that. Things like squats, sit-ups. They will bend the belly fat and maintain the other areas. So yes, if you want to, you can focus on that. But at the end of the day, the most important thing is for you to maintain your normal BMI.
All right. When it comes to BMI, a lot of people have a problem with that, because we feel like maybe because we are from Africa, we are built different. And, BMI is most probably meant for, people from other continents like, your Europe, your Asia, your America, because one was sinanyama. But for us, it's Susuma Africans where we are big built. We feel like BMI doesn't really work for us. First and foremost, let's try and calculate BMI, Doc.
Okay.
How do you calculate BMI?
We said BMI is weight divided by your height squared. So to make it simple, just weight divided by height, right?
Right now I weigh, I'll say 80.
80 divided by your height.
Divided by my height, which is 160.
No, 1 point, put a comma.
Okay.
1.63. Okay, and then put in equals.
Yeah.
Then the number that you get divided again by your height.
Divided by my height, 1.63 again.
Yes.
And then I
get 30. You're not bad.
So, okay, fine. What is the right BMI?
It's 20 to 25.
When does it become a bit too much?
25 up 26 to 30, right? Or 25.1 to 30. That's obese. Then 30.1 to 35. The 25 to 30, it's overweight.
Okay.
Then 30 to 35, that's obese. So I
just get obese range.
I just get it.
I don't look obese, dog.
Probably most of the weight is in the right places.
All right, 498-652 and 498-654. Those are the calling lines. You can get to come through on our WhatsApp platform number. Let's work out your. We want to see
my BMI. Okay. No problem. I weighed myself this week actually.
Okay, what's your weight?
I was at 69.8.
69, 70. That's a 70. Don't be funny. That's 70.
My height is 1.74.
So we say divided by
yeah.
Yeah, divided by
1.74.
74,
And then equals.
And then we also divide that again by 1.74.
Yes.
Hey! You're 23, so you're fine.
Yeah, I'm quite fine.
Don't please stand up. I just need to see.
You see.
Doga, you are.
I actually try not to go beyond 70. Once I go beyond 70, I start exercising more rigorously.
Okay, all right. Ndokwana ari majinzi ekusimba ndodi because ndo exercise I can run for 10 kilometers every day, but andionde ndinongoramba ndichingosimba bhonzo rangu.
I've heard that question a lot. You know what? I always reply this question. Have you ever seen a street kid who's obese? Have you ever seen a street kid who's obese?
No.
So do you think all street kids are from these genes that don't make them obese?
So what are you saying, Doc? So we're lying to ourselves?
Yes, people lie to themselves. My gene and all that. There is no way. If you are not eating and exercising, you will never gain weight. No matter what your genes are saying, unless maybe if you're suffering from things like elephantiasis and stuff like that. But generally, if you're healthy, if you can, she's saying she's exercising 10 kilometers, it means she's also eating a lot.
So she needs to cut down on what
she's eating. Because it's a balance of two things. Cut down on what you're eating, then exercise. If you exercise and overeat, you're doing nothing.
Okay. Doc, my wife has a problem of acids, and at the hospital we're told that she should not exercise because the more she does exercise, it actually does get to trigger the acids. But she really wants to lose weight. What would you advise in this case? That's coming from Nick, who's in Mutare.
I'm not sure who advised against exercising because of ulcers. Medically, it doesn't really make sense. Things that trigger ulcers are number one, spicy foods, and number two, fizzy drinks. And none of these things, we don't want them when it comes to exercising. So exercising and ulcers, there is no way ulcers are triggered by exercising. She just needs to eat the proper foods, avoid spices, avoid fizzy drinks, then she can exercise. I don't know who told you that, and I don't believe it's true.
All right.
Yeah.
Now we want to talk about this. I think most women would definitely want to talk about this. When you actually when you're pregnant, you're most likely, there are some people who lose weight, but there's some people who actually gain weight when they're pregnant.
That's true.
Toda kudumbuire teshida tidzokere mukati after of course not during pregnancy, just after. So this one says, please ask Doc, I have a 2-month-old baby and I'm gaining weight too much. I can't diet as well. How do I actually get to handle this? That's coming from my Natasha, who's in Newlands.
All right, you can't really diet because I assume she's breastfeeding. You need some food to give them to produce the milk for the baby. She needs to exercise. Exercising is not restricted. Maybe she had a seizure. It might be difficult to exercise, but still you need to be active in some way. But if it's not a cesarean section, I know of women are actually jogging. I remember this lady in this other exercise group that we had was a jogging mother and a jogging breastfeeding mother. the jogging pregnant woman and the jogging breastfeeding mother, she would jog almost every day. So you can still exercise after giving birth. And you can do even light exercises, things like sit-ups, press-ups, you can do them indoors if you want to spend more time with your child. So yes, you can still exercise whilst breastfeeding.
Can you exercise whilst you're pregnant?
Yes, you can.
All the way until 9 months?
Yes, there are exercises that actually encourage pregnant women to undergo. They help strengthen your pubic muscles so that when you're now in labor, you don't have tears and all those things, and the muscles are strong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doc, I'm lactating. Are you supposed to eat those measurements that you were talking about during this particular period? Because I also do feel hungry.
Yeah. When you're lactating now, it's a bit different because you need to feed this baby. So you need to eat a bit more, but cut on fats and proteins. Cut on fats and proteins, yes. Eat more fruits and vegetables, and also milk will also help you in building some milk. Some proteins also help you, but cut mainly on fat intake. That way you won't balloon that much.
All right, 0712-831-1724 WhatsApp platform number. You can also get to come through on our calling line 498-652 and 498-654. Good morning to you. Ndine problem Mema acids. What type of food can I take for me to gain weight?
Okay, if you've got acids, like I said, just avoid spicy foods and fizzy drinks. So for you to gain weight, you need to eat more fatty foods, more beans, more proteins, your meat, your beef, pork, chicken. They will help you in gaining weight, but make sure there are no spices because they will also trigger acids.
All right, so you can get to come through with your questions and your contributions on our WhatsApp platform number, or you can actually get to do it on our calling line, which is 498-654. Give us a call there if you want to talk to Doc directly, and just basically get to understand what he's saying. Hi Doc, I'm a bodybuilder. I'm now 84 kgs and my target is about 95 to 105. So what can I do so that I can actually not strain my heart whilst doing bodybuilding? And I also do get to play rugby.
Yeah, those are a bit of tricky situations because maybe he's a bodybuilder by profession and also is a rugby player, and he needs to have a huge body or muscle bulk. Mainly one, it's difficult for you not to strain your heart in such circumstances because as you build your muscles, your heart is not growing. Your heart is always the size of your fist. So it's not growing, and there are no exercises that you can do to strengthen your heart or to make it bigger. So definitely it's going to strain his heart. You're definitely going to strain your heart. But just try and make sure that in your building your muscles and your bodybuilding and your rugby, make sure that you're not gaining fat. It's better for you to just gain muscle bulk than fat. Get it? In whatever is eating, what you're supposed to eat is just to do more with the proteins than fats. Because it's easy to gain weight with fats than with proteins. So you have to work harder and eat more proteins. And whilst you're eating the proteins, also exercise so that you burn the fat.
All right.
So that whatever you gain is mainly protein.
So
it's better that way.
My protein whey, I have for those who are trying to gain muscle.
Yes, you can use protein whey now.
Okay, because they help you gain the muscle.
The muscle and not the fat.
All right.
Yeah.
That's fine. Let's find out who's online. Good morning. How are you? All right, you can get to give us a call 498-654 and also come through on our WhatsApp platform number 0712-831-172. Okay, we are actually talking about basically you gaining weight or you losing weight. It seems like gaining weight is very easy compared to losing weight. And Doc said that. Doc, are you sure that I'm just supposed to eat 3 times a day?
3 times is the best. Unless if you're diabetic, that's when you say small frequent meals up to 5 meals a day.
Good morning. How are you?
Hello.
Morning. How are you?
I'm fine.
Great. So please go ahead. Do you have a question?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead. Doc is listening.
Okay, ndikutanda kuvunza kuti ichokwadi here kuti ukabatanidza maoko ako ndo size of your stomach.
Ndisunyazodzisa kumabatanidza sei like make
finger tips ako ayo wakamabatanidza ndo size of your stomach ndo food consumption yanongifana kufura.
Like this,
yeah,
not necessarily. The stomach is an elastic organ, stretcher. Ichidzoka. Saka train according to what you eat. Maximum stomach can take up to about 2 liters. It one go. Saka chigubu 2 liters chemazoicha chinokwanisa kukwana stomach me an adult. But we don't want you to utilize the whole stomach. Maximum mukamupinda about 500 mils in what you eat. Kana chiri chikafu, just a quarter of the stomach should be utilized. Kwa unasukama 1 liter, wakutochika chakawanda with best 500 mils of food stuff into your stomach, then 500 mils of water into your stomach. That will be healthy for you.
Okay, but if
chibhakira ndechesadza, then unozowadzawo mafruits nemavegetables. Chibhakira it's only for
today that's the truth. I don't know if I'm actually able to do that. Doc, I have a spinal disc prolapse, L4 and L5. My stomach grows, but I do not eat much. How can I reduce my stomach? Because it's heavy for my spinal as well.
All right. Yeah, with disc prolapse like that, it might be difficult to exercise and stuff like that because of the disc prolapse, because usually L4, L5 is just at the bottom here. So it means it will paralyze or affect your lower limbs. So chances are he is unable to exercise because of that. But nonetheless, that does not mean he should overeat. You can eat in small quantities so that since he's not exercising already, it's in small quantities, and also you get what is called disease atrophy. If you're not using your limbs properly or adequately, then generally they lose weight on their own. You need to be exercising or to be doing the normal chores, walking and doing everything for you to maintain the structure and the weight of your limbs. So probably they're already losing weight because of that. So they just need to eat adequate amounts of proteins and carbohydrates, because with proteins they need more, because now the muscles are weaning off because they're not being used. So they need a lot of protein to replace the muscle loss. Yeah.
All right. Now let's talk about fasting. We've often heard a lot of people do get to fast. Is it good for HIV patients to fast?
Okay, I'm not sure if it's a religious fasting or just
any type of fasting, even for diet purposes, because it's almost one in the same thing. Basically, you're starving yourself for food, and all you're drinking is water, or liquids that don't have anything else in them, like plain tea. Yeah.
With HIV, the most important thing is your immunity is going down, so you need to make sure that you boost your immunity. So if you're going to eat 1 meal in a day, that's what I'm assuming the fast is going to be like. If it's 1 meal a day, there should be enough vitamins, enough micronutrients, because these are the ones that are going to boost your immunity. Then also you need some protein in that meal. Carbohydrates are not that necessary because HIV positive. Your diet is still the same, but micronutrients are very important. So you need to eat lots of vegetables and lots of fruits. So
it's not really recommended for you to?
I'm not saying you can fast or you shouldn't fast, because HIV positive, you can fast if you're HIV positive, but make sure maybe if you're taking your tablets at night, you eat your meal at night.
You have to, when you're taking tablets, it's important that you take them with a meal.
It's good for you to take them with a
meal.
All
right, that's fine. Doc, I exercise using a tummy trimmer. Do you know what a tummy trimmer is?
Yeah.
Right? For 30 minutes every day. Does it work for weight loss? Because I've got a big belly. We want to know, do take a set of tummy trimmers? And
I'm glad you're talking about that.
Do they work? Because, we're being told exercise with them. The more you sweat with it, the more it works.
The tummy trimmers don't really make you lose weight. They're just trying to shape you, but honestly speaking, they don't really work in terms of losing weight. What you need is to do some sit-ups, and then you lose your tummy. Then, that's what you really need to do. Those tummy trimmers, it's like it's like you just fake yourself. When you weigh it, then your waist is back. Then when you remove it, okay, give me your example, your personal example. What do you feel when you weigh it? Your waist is good.
I don't.
When you remove it, does it remain? You see.
But isn't it training the muscles?
Yeah.
No, it's not training. The muscles are just relaxed. The muscles are trained by exercising. So when you do sit-ups, that's when you're training the muscles.
Let's find out who's there. Good morning. How are you?
Hello.
Morning. How are you?
Fine, thanks. And how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Yes. The doctor, I can totally agree with the doctor.
Okay.
Thank you.
I see where to get that food with our discreet among some of our business people. One of Can you buy bacon, mazai? There's a town a doctor. It's good, but where are we going to get this? Doctor?
Okay.
When things start rising, the workers need high wages to cope up with the high cost of living, because we usually be passed on to the consumer in the form of still high prices and so on. Means inflation. The cost of living is rising. Those on fixed income will find their standard of living is falling. Means there is someone who is very dangerous to the people. Well, sakatoti madoctor, mogadzira ma-injection, proton I think that can help.
We say that you should eat within your means. You don't need to go and buy expensive stuffs. Eat what is available, what is there. Make sure it's a balanced diet with what is available. Not necessarily that you have to buy bacon or anything expensive. No. Eat what you've got, what is at home, what is available. That's what you should eat. Then make sure that it's balanced.
That's the trick.
Yes.
So it's not about matara vegetable dog.
Yeah.
Canary cough. Ndoisa yipi ya cough yakade.
Yes, eat what is available. Kana kuru tunoisa ma fruits mu garden makumba, just ma banana, ma mango, those things that are yeah. Don't just get constipated.
All right, but Doc, my friend suffers from ovarian cyst syndrome, which makes it harder for her to lose weight. How can you advise her in this regard?
It's actually the other way around. She's got ovarian cyst syndrome because she's overweight. If she loses weight, the ovarian cysts will go away.
So it's about the weight that causes ovarian cyst syndrome?
Yes, ovarian cyst syndrome is caused by weight.
All right, Doc, for people with acid, is it recommended for them to eat more proteins, as proteins actually encourage acid production?
I don't know where she got that proteins encourage acid production. Okay, like I said, I will emphasize this. The two main things that we don't want when you're suffering from peptic ulcerative diseases, it's number one, spicy foods, and number two, fizzy drinks. Those two. Proteins, you can eat proteins. Fat, you can eat fats. Carbohydrates, can eat carbohydrates. Only a few people get affected by sadza and things like that, but the main things are fizzy drinks and spicy foods. So yes, you can eat proteins when you've got peptic ulcerative disease.
We want to know about that's a good one. Alcohol, Doc.
Okay, alcohol is always a tricky one. But anyway, I hope I won't create more enemies.
You're about to.
Because I've got enough in you.
Yeah.
Okay, so with alcohol, we say you should take maximum 1 unit of alcohol per day. A unit is about 500 mils of beer. Like... You can't budget. You can't budget. I always tell people be like, because 1 unit is like maybe 2 pints, right? Or a quart per day. And a glass of wine per day.
Why are wine?
Okay, the amount of alcohol in beer, it's maybe 5% alcohol. Wine goes up to 15%.
12,
you get
15,
it.
Yeah.
Then whiskey, it's a shot. That's about 40%, or brandy, or all those strong stuff. It's just a shot because it's the alcohol content is higher. That's why beer is and then wine slightly less, and then whiskey even less. So it's just a shot when it's whiskey. And you can't budget this, you can't save it. I need Monday to Friday and the Saturday. And to bank all this alcohol that I was saving, then drink it at once. No, if you don't drink today, you've missed the opportunity. Wait for tomorrow for another glass.
I'm not friends with you right now. Good morning. I'm not friends with you, Doc, right now. I don't think so. Doc, okay, when we drink more than that, more than a glass of wine a day or more than a shot of whiskey a day, what happens?
The number one organ that we damage is the liver. Because the liver is the organ that is responsible for breaking down alcohol. So if you drink a lot of alcohol, then the liver is working overtime to degrade that alcohol. Then you get into liver problems. Once you get into liver problems, liver failure, liver cirrhosis, then eventually get to kidney problems. When you get these two at the same time, liver and kidney, you need to be rich, my friend.
Good morning. How are you?
Morning, hi.
Morning, thanks. Go ahead.
All right. Doc, in income cylinder, face myself. It's always got to stick up, but this one say.
No, is it actually?
Stick.
Six pack.
hazvinetsi mudhara akabuda kuwedzera tusteak mukangodya protein yakati kasadza kana tumafats poke yamuchidya chiganda chaya chicken ganda munogena wakawaita but munenge muchidya muchiexercise futi kuti ka6 pack abude ka.
pane maximum ambokalculate muchiti weight and body what
alright BMI
kana ndine 63
kgs.
Okay, just a second.
1.73.
63
Yes, 63
kgs.
divided by 1.73. All right. Let's see. Just a second so that we can work that out for you.
Yeah,
you're
actually
fine.
good. Actually
You're
good
fine.
because
Hey.
your BMI is 21, which is quite normal.
Munoenda here kugym kunombosumudzawo masimbi chichichi. Makanzi chi? Aiwa kugym mukanosumudza masimbi munogena munobva magena
All right, sure.
Thanks. Yeah, I think for people who have, I'll use your body structure,
Yeah.
Doc. People who are slim, who are slender, if they do go to the gym, just to gain
Just
a
get
little
a
bit of muscle.
shape, muscle. Then eat a bit of proteins as you're going to the gym so that you don't lose weight. Because if you're just going to the gym and not eating proteins, you're also going to lose weight.
And if you're worried about, proteins, like you said, protein whey can actually get you weight.
Exactly.
Nema supplements,
Vitamins. Multivitamin supplements.
All right, Doc, your final words when it comes to gaining weight and losing weight?
The most important thing is for you to stay within your lane. Don't be put under pressure by other people and stuff like that. Be within your lane. Your body mass index has to be between 20 and 25. If you are within that, then please be happy. If you want to lose weight, just exercise more, eat more fruits, more vegetables, and avoid a sedentary lifestyle. If you want to gain weight, eat more fat, more proteins, more carbohydrates, but also exercise as you do that. We want you to eventually get sick because you're overeating. So please strike a balance and maintain a healthy life.
It doesn't matter what size you are, it's important for you to gain weight. To exercise.
Yes, it's important for you to exercise. If you're underweight, exercise as you eat to get into the normal BMI. Everyone should exercise, whether you are slim or you're fat. Yes.
Okay, Doc. Thank you so much to Dr. Joe, our resident doctor right here on Power FM Zimbabwe. Today he wasn't my favorite because he was telling me things that are impossible, but I guess we've been answered, guys. Gaining weight seems very much so easy compared to us who want to lose weight.
Yeah.
And if people want to get in touch with you, Doc, how can they get to do so?
Social media handles are all Dr. Joe 263, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I hope I'll learn some TikTok like you're trying to teach me.
Okay.
Then WhatsApp is 0719395231. 0719395231. Yeah, that's it.
So can I go eat fries today?
For the last time.
Okay. It is Power FM Zimbabwe. Thank you so much for being with us. Check your time with us. It's exactly 12 o'clock. It's now time for us to cross over to the news desk.